Think Again, Part 32, Chapter 3, The Joy of Being Wrong. It has got some very interesting topics. The joy of being wrong. The thrill of not believing everything you think. There is a quotation to start the chapter. Dr. Fraser Crane, played by Kelsey Grammer. And the quotation is, I have a degree from Harvard. Whenever I'm wrong, the world makes a little less sense. In the fall of 1959, a prominent psychologist welcomed new participants into a wildly unethical study. He had handpicked a group of Harvard sophomores to join a series of experiments that would run through the rest of their time in college. The students volunteered to spend a couple of hours a week contributing to knowledge about how personality develops and how psychological problems can be solved. They had no idea that they were actually signing up to have their beliefs attacked. The researchers, Henry Murray, had originally trained as physician and biochemist. After becoming a distinguished psychologist, he was disillusioned that his field paid little attention to how people navigate difficult interactions. So he decided to create them in his own lab. He gave students a month to write out their personal philosophy of life, including their core values and guiding principles. When they showed up to submit their work, they were paired with another student who had done the same exercise. They would have a day or two to read each other's philosophies, and then they would be filmed debating them. The experience would be much more intense than they anticipated. Murray modeled the steady psychological assessments he had developed for spies in World War II. As a lieutenant colonel, Murray had been recruited to vet potential agents for the Office of Strategic Services to precursor to the CIA. To gauge how candidates would handle pressure, he sent them down to a basement to be interrogated with a bright light shining in their faces. The examiner would wait for an inconsistency in their accounts to pop up and then scream, You're a lawyer. Some candidates quit on the spot, others were reduced to tears. Those who withstood the onslaught got the gig. Not Murray was ready for a more systematic study of the reactions to stress. He had carefully screened students to create a sample that included a wide range of personalities and mental health profiles. He gave them code names based on their character traits, including drill, quartz, locust, hinge, and lawful. More on him later. When students arrived for the debate, they discovered that their sparring partner was not a peer but a law student. What they didn't know was that the law student was in cahoots with research team. His task was to spend 18 minutes launching an aggressive assault on their world views. Murray called it a stressful interpersonal disputation, having directed the law students to make participant angry and anxious with the mode of attack that was vehement, sweeping, and personally abusive. The poor students sweated and shouted as they struggled to defend their ideals.